Welcome to our Cardano Governance educational video series, where we explain the basics and key information about Cardano governance and how the community is at the heart of this. In this video, we'll explore the roadmap on Cardano governance, how we got here, and what updates can be expected in the future with regards to community governance of Cardano. How it all started. It all kick-started in November 2022 when the CIP 1694 Cardano Improvement Proposal was first published. At around the same time, ScotFest was a two-day event organised to present the outline for a Cardano governance roadmap to the community. The conversation was galvanised by this point, and soon action was taken to put the planned steps into motion. By February 2023, the CIP 1694 workshops were announced all over the world. This would become the first step towards a proper governance plan for Cardano, putting it on its way to becoming the first distributed blockchain governed by its community. The workshops organised Cardano's global community and gathered feedback on what fair and transparent governance should look like for a distributed global network. In July 2023, the Edinburgh workshop concluded the first cycle by gathering all the feedback in a single place. One thing was clear from the workshops and the feedback: a specialised institution would need to be created. That same month, the Intersect MBO, or member-based organisation, was launched and started to operate. It would become the off-chain hub for all governance discussion, plus the axes around which the Cardano Constitution would be created. In August 2023, the first of the groups under the banner of Intersect was launched, the Open Source Committee. It has begun its work of outlining the commitment Cardano has to the open source model for the continued and sustainable development of the network. In the time since, more than 600 members have signed up to be part of Intersect, helping to form a strong off-chain governance component for Cardano. Now let's turn our eyes towards the future. The Cardano Constitution. One of the major pieces of work required to advance Cardano's governance is its constitution. It'll be a complex text that requires a lot of thought and will have to undergo several iterations before it's completed. The work will be supported by Intersect, its members, and the community. First, there'll be a consultation period, which will be marked by the Cardano Civics Committee. It'll be in charge of structuring how the Cardano Constitution will be drafted, edited, and all the processes needed to arrive at a final document. The committee will also be in charge of designing a new round of workshops centred around the Constitution. The structure and formation of these new workshops will all be decided in the early months of 2024. The Chang Combinator hard fork. The next milestone for the governance roadmap is a technical one, the Chang fork. At some point close to the middle of 2024, the Chang Combinator hard fork will be launched, marking the end of the first stage of Cardano's governance roadmap. It all will lead to the first implementation of CIP 1694, which starts the minimum viable governance and institutes on-chain community consensus. The ratification of the Chang fork will start in Q4 of next year, and the process will be the first to be implemented with the explicit consensus of the community. The upgrades to the network will mean the beginning of on-chain governance. Also, it marks the first technical realisation of CIP 1694. Cardano will enter a bootstrapping governance process where the community will have to take the leadership role and gradually stop relying on the three funding entities of Cardano. ongoing global community workshops. In the second half of 2024, the Cardano Civics Committee and Intersect will launch a second round of workshops focused on the Constitution. The idea is to again gather the Cardano community and gather information regarding the shape of the document. It'll be an open process, much like it happened with the previous workshops. People all over the world will gather to give their opinions and ideas. This information will be collected and conclusions drawn from the feedback. Bootstrapping Phase. The first use of the on-chain governance will start at this point, near Q3 2024. It will be the first opportunity for the DREPs to begin campaigning, communicating with the community, and start soliciting delegation from ADA holders and the community. It's a transition period between Cardano, as it works now and the future of the community-led network. Constitutional Convention. Close to the end of 2024, the Constitutional Convention is scheduled to be held in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The gathering will mark the final stages of the debate around the Cardano Constitution and a final draft of the document to be presented to the community. Cardano Constitution Ratification Vote. At the end of 2024, the Cardano community will vote on the draft of the Constitution. The complete document will be presented, and the ecosystem as a whole will decide if they accept it or not. As we can see, 2024 is a year filled with activities, and one that will define the future of Cardano's governance. The entire community will have to come together to discuss, draft, and finally vote for the Cardano Constitution and put it on track to be a truly distributed blockchain network. It will be a historic moment for the Cardano community and the blockchain industry as a whole as well. The work begins now, and it's time to start contributing to the governance process.